Good evening. Our news summary for this Tuesday, the 2nd of June. The International Monetary Fund, the IMF, has approved the final reviews of Seychelles' economic reform program, unlocking an immediate disbursement of about 41 million US dollars, or more than 560 million rupees. The IMF says Seychelles recorded strong economic growth since the program started in 2023 and especially last year, driven by record tourist arrivals, lower public debt, and stronger foreign exchange reserves. However, it warns that the ongoing conflict in the Middle East poses significant risks. The IMF has also noted that further planned increases in social spending could place pressure on public finances. Student behavioral issues and strengthening interventions was the subject of a meeting between the Minister for Education and Human Resource Development, David Pierre, and several key partners this morning. The meeting at the Palais de Justice was attended by Chief Justice Ronnie Govinden, the Attorney General Vincent Pereira, the Commissioner of Police Godfrey Hermite, the Minister for Social Affairs, Family and Equality, Pamela Charlotte, as well as other senior officers of their respective ministries and institutions. The meeting also coincides with the commemoration of Children's Day.
The meeting was about the antisocial behavior of some students in our schools, and what is it that we can do to ensure that we get the students to understand that it's not tolerable for them to involve themselves into antisocial behaviors in schools. They need to stop, basically, right? Now, for us to be able to do that, we at the Ministry of Education, we have realized that we cannot do it on our own. We need stakeholders involved, and therefore we have today brought the stakeholders together to see how we can effectively work together to solve those issues in our schools. We want our schools to be conducive. We want our students to be disciplined. We want them to have certain values that would allow them to grow as a global citizen and contribute positively towards society tomorrow. They are the future of Seychelles. So we need to give them those qualities. We need to support them.
The Minister responsible for Finance, Pierre Laporte, has once again called on bank customers to remain vigilant and ensure that all transactions carried out on their bank accounts have been authorized by them. The Minister made this appeal in the National Assembly following a question from the Member of Parliament for Montfleury, Michel Roucou. Also speaking in the National Assembly this morning, Minister Laporte said that the government is considering increasing the amount of money that tourists are allowed to carry from 3,500 US dollars to 10,000 US dollars. This decision would mainly apply to Russian travelers visiting Seychelles for holidays. Minister Laporte also announced that the Russian airline Aeroflot owes approximately $55 million to CEPEC for fuel purchases. The 19 police officers who were undergoing training in Rwanda have returned to Seychelles. The officers completed a series of intensive training sessions covering almost every aspect of police work. Police Commissioner Godfrey Hermite was also in Rwanda on a week-long working visit. Among the returning officers is a group of cadet officers training to become sub-inspectors who spent 10 months in Rwanda. A tactical operations group that underwent 8 months of intensive training has also returned. This extensive training program began last year. Commissioner Hermite stressed the importance of maintaining discipline and commitment within the police force. He said that every officer must serve as a guardian of the community and remain firm while carrying out their duties in a professional manner. He added that the officers who have returned from training will be deployed to strategic positions within the police service.
The training was very fruitful from what I've seen myself during the graduation and during the practical of the tactical officers who went on training there. I'm very happy with the result that they have achieved. We have received 3 awards, 2 for discipline and 1 for best improve. This shows a sign that our police officers are also on par with other countries that were participating in this training exercise in Rwanda.
Members of the Taxi Operators Association's Executive Committee have, during a press conference, highlighted plans to bring together taxi operators from across the country, while addressing key challenges facing the sector, including its vulnerability to external shocks. The association also acknowledged public concerns regarding taxi fares and customer service, particularly at transport hubs such as the airport and port, indicating that discussions are underway on ways to improve standards and strengthen public confidence in the industry. Looking ahead, members stressed the importance of embracing innovation and also announced plans to launch Seychelles Ride, a digital booking platform expected to become operational within the next month. The Linux Goats team has emerged as the grand winner of Hackathon 2026. The annual competition was held on May the 21st at the University of Seychelles campus at Montfleury. The winners received their prizes during a ceremony held recently at site.
The Linux Goats team, which won this year's hackathon competition, is made up of Gabrielle Suzette, Adrienne Waro, and Denis Waro. They were among 28 participants from 13 teams who took part in the competition, where they were challenged to develop a web or mobile application within 24 hours for use during the 46th Interschool Athletics Championship on June 20th. The winning application, Athletic 2.0, will be used live during the championship, allowing students, teachers, and supporters to stay connected with the event. Speaking at the prize-giving ceremony, Education Minister David Pierre highlighted the importance of digital innovation, noting Seychelles' participation in the global observance of World Telecommunication and Information Society Day.
Today, we are witnessing ideas evolve into practical solutions. We are seeing young Seychellois innovators and professionals take global themes and adapt them to meet local realities and national priorities. As the Ministry of Education and Human Resource Development, we want to reassure all participants, the youth community, that we remain fully committed to advancing digitalization, strengthening innovation, and empowering young people with the skills and opportunities needed for the future.
The Department of Information Communication Technology will now work with the winning team to ensure the application is fully operational ahead of the championship.
Thank you for watching and have a pleasant evening.